Morning everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all fine. Welcome back to our social study class and the chapter which we were concentrated. The chapter name is Advent of Europeans to India. Whereas in the previous class we were discussing about the Britishers, or the English we can call them. So British East India Company, in formal manner, it has started in India in the year of 1613. But before this itself, the Britishers were entered into India, especially I can say that in the year of 1600, because the Queen of British, Queen Elizabeth, she has given a permission for the Britishers or the British East India Company members to start their business in any corner of eastern part of the countries. So then they have selected India. So in the year of 1600, the Britishers enter into India, and they were waiting up to 1613 to have a glance on entire the area, or to have a glance towards the specific of business trading centers and all. So later on in the year of 1613, as per the Charter Act of Queen Elizabeth, it was saying that up to 15 years, initially it was 15 years, later on the period of maintaining, or the license of maintaining the business in any particular country, that has increased, so that we can call it as Charter Act. Charter Act is nothing but it is a license which is permitting to the East India Company for running their company for particularly 20 years duration, and after the 20-year duration, if they want, they can make the renewal of the license for what you can call the coming 20 more years. Okay, so that can be called it as the Charter Act. It is saying, as per the Charter Act, in the year of 1613, the Britishers have started their East India Company in India. So these are all the things in the previous class we have discussed already, but one more time we are just glancing over that. Then again, the Thomas Roy, to whom we can consider as the ambassador of a Mughal dynasty, one who has entered into the Mughal dynasty, and he by the time the Mughal dynasty, it was ruled by the King Jahangir. So the ambassador Thomas Roy, when he has visited there with a complete detail, or with a complete explanations of the king of the England, so one who has written it out, and he sent to Thomas Roy as a ambassador. So when he has entered into the court of King Jahangir, and he took permission from the King Jahangir to start business in India, and from King Jahangir he has taken three most important places. One is Agra, Broch, and Ahmedabad in the year of 1617. So King Jahangir, he has presented three most important places for maintaining, only for the business purpose, not to rule, not to construct a fortification around the areas and all, only for the business purposes. He has permitted three places to the Britishers which were sea facing, we can call it out. So three places are Agra, where we can find the Yamuna river, it is there. Then Broch, Ahmedabad, where we can find the river of Ganges or the Brahmaputra. So such all the rivers are completely mixed out. So in this area we can find, especially the areas they have selected, which is completely covered at the riverside areas. Reason is very simple, that it should be easier for the Britishers for exporting and importing the goods of Britishers towards the India. So that's the intention. They had selected these places, and from the King of Jahangir they have taken Agra, Broch, and Ahmedabad in the year of 1617. In later periods, in the year of 1639, the English took Madras in their control by defeating the King of Chandragiri. They have defeated the King of Chandragiri, and after defeating him, from him they have taken the place called Madras, or at present we can call it as Chennai. So not only they have taken Madras as their control just for the business purpose, even they started to make the fortification. I mean to say, they started to construct the fort around the Madras, so that except them, others are not at all permitted into Madras, and Madras is there completely in the control of theirs. So that was the intention of theirs. So the fort which they have constructed, for the fort name is Saint George Fort. So this is what the second drawback of Indian rulers, I can say, through which the Britishers started to rule over India with complete authority. So next one, the Charles II, one who was, by being in England itself, he was ruling over the Bombay. So then he thought that to hand over the Bombay to British East India Company members for minimum years, for it may be for the 20 years or the 10 years, with a particular amount. So it is on the rent. So Charles II, he has rented the Bombay to the British East India Company. The rent was £10,000 per every year. So the British East India Company purchased Bombay in the year of 1668. And then in a later period we can understand that in the year of 1690 the British purchased three most important villages which were there at the bank of a river Hooghly. So the three most important places are one is Sultanati, then another one is Calicut, and another one, the third most one is Govindapuram. So these are the major things which we can find it out, and not only these things, even when they have attacked over the Madras and when they have captured the three villages of Hooghly, then it was a very near or it was a very close to attack for them on the Calcutta. And the Bengal region, especially the West Bengal region, it is completely ruled by the rulers. Mughal rulers, we can consider it out. And among the Mughal rulers, the most important one is, it means at present which we are focusing, especially the Bengal region when we are concentrating, Sirajud-Dowla, a 17-year-old boy, one who fought against the Britishers in an initial movement with a very bravely. So about him we are going to concentrate in the Battle of Plassey. So up to this much we have discussed about the Britishers in our previous class. So after the Britishers we have to think about the French. See, in the initial days or initially the any foreigners, if they have entered, any Europeans, they have entered into the India or they have advented towards the India, in a sense the first Portuguese. Among the Portuguese, the first person, one who has discovered the new sea route to India, it's a Vasco da Gama. Then after the Portuguese, the next they have Dutch or the Hollandese we can call, or Netherlands we can call, they have entered. And after them the Britishers have entered. Then after the Britishers, last one is French. And after the French, in the modern era, a huge number of people are there. Those who are just coming for the sake of a business, we should have to get aware. Instead of permitting those people to maintain business in our country, why can't we have to utilize our own people? Okay, so let's all the things, we'll think it out. It's all the political matters, we need not to involve in such kind of issues. Let us focus towards the French East India Company. So French East India Company, they have started in the year of 1664. So all around, after the 64 years of Britishers, the French people entered into India, I can say that. 1600 year, in the year of 1600, the Britishers entered into India, though they started their business in the year 1613. But when we are concentrating towards the French people, in the initial moment when they have entered into the India, the same year itself the French have started their company. They did not wait for a nice opportunity or an excellent time or Muhurta and all. They were not waiting for such all the things. They did not observe how the Indian rulers and all, because already they knew one thing, that the Britishers are trying to control entire the India. That the thing they knew. And even they knew very well that we can defeat the Britishers very easily, because in European countries, when the war held in between of England and the French people defeated the England. So with that same guts itself, with the same courageous nature itself, the French entered into India. They can defeat the Britishers and they can rule over the, obviously, to which place? India. Okay. So that's the intention of that, sir. Let's continue the things that. So French East India Company started in the year of 1664, and their first factory which they have started at the place of Surat in the year of 1668. See, French East India Company started in the year 1664, but the factory, French East India Company, is the first factory which was started in India at a place called Surat in the year of 1668. Hope you are remembering about the Surat. When the Dutch people enter into India, they have started their company at a place called Surat. And even the Britishers, initially they have started their company at a place called Surat. And the French people, when they have entered into India, they have started their company at Surat itself. So it means Surat has becoming as an iconic place for every foreigner, except Portuguese, because the Portuguese people, they have concentrated towards the sea route areas. So that's all the things we can find it out. Except the Portuguese, Dutch concentrated on Surat. They have started their first company in Surat. Then again England, they started their company first in the Surat. Then even the French people also started their first company in the Surat itself in the year 1668. So not only the Surat they have taken in their control, along with the Surat, the other places were also there in the control of French. Which were the places? The places like as Karaikalu, which we can call in the southern part of India, South India, Tamil Nadu and all, there we can find Mahe, then again Machilipatnam, Kasim Bazar we can call, or Kosim Bazar also you can pronounce it out. So Kasim Bazar or Kosim Bazar, Balasuru. So these are the few regions or few areas where the people of French, they started their company and they started their ruling over the particular places. So one is the Karaikallu, Mahe, Chandranagar, then Machilipatnam, Kosim Bazar or Kasim Bazar, and Balasuru. Later on in the year of 1674, there is a little confusion in between of historians. Some of the historians are writing that in the year of 1673 they are saying, and some others are writing it as a 1674. So as per the textbook it is informing, we'll go with the textbook itself. In the year of 1674, the French took Valikondapuram, which is locating in the Tamil Nadu regions itself. So Valikondapuram, it is fallen in the control of French. Why I am saying this particular name Valikondapuram in a sense, if you are comparing the places of what you can call the Kasim Bazar, it may be there, or Machilipatnam it may be there, or Chandranagar it may be there, or even the Madras it may be there, Bombay it may be there, Goa it may be there, whatever the places. When we are comparing with the Valikondapuram, so remaining all the places are lesser than the Valikondapuram. So now the French, they have conquered, they have taken Valikondapuram in the year of 1674 by the Muslim ruler, again the ruler of who? The Sultan of Bijapur, one who has lost in the year of 1510, the Goa he lost to Alfonso de Albuquerque, the French French governor, French viceroy, to whom he has lost it out. He lost that place to the French members, and the second place which they have lost, it is Valikondapuram, and French people conquered on that and they started to rule over the Valikondapuram. So this is the major place, this is a major impact of on India, where it has given a full footprint to the French members to rule over the India, to capture some particular or most important places of India, especially the place like as Puducherry we can call, or Pondicherry we can call. So when they have captured Valikondapuram, the next place which is completely attached to this, or which is very close to the place of Valikondapuram, is Pondicherry. So therefore the French people got easily Pondicherry in their control, and as an effect of that the French people declared Pondicherry or Puducherry as the capital city or the trading center for French members. So in the later period we can find that Dupleix has entered as the viceroy for French members, and Dupleix was the person to whom we can consider as the sharp and the most bravest person. So in future classes of ours we are going to concentrate a competition in between of two great leaders, like as Virat Kohli one side, at another side you can find MS Dhoni. Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni, who is the superior one. So that competition, how it will come in our mind. So similar manner, Dupleix one side we can find from the French side, then another side we can find that Robert Clive, one who is the next governor for the Britishers. When the Britishers come to know that Dupleix have entered into India, because the British was already there, they got a defeat by the hands of Dupleix in European country itself. And when they come to know that Dupleix have entered into India and his intention is also to rule, then we are going to defeat. So for saving ourselves, we have to call one more, an extraordinary person among us. When they were finding out this extraordinary person, they got Robert Clive. So Robert Clive and Dupleix is representing French, and Robert Clive is going to represent Britishers. Excellent competition. So what are their mind games, what are their plannings, everything else will concentrate in the next class. Till then, please stay safe. Thank you.